Okay, for real, let's get real for a second. Did Persephone love Hades back? We've all seen the fan art, we've all heard the story. Starts off as a very non-consensual relationship, but so many modern cartoons have them as this amazing power couple. In the last video, we talked about how Persephone actually enjoys more powers and more agencies as the bride of Hades than she did beforehand. Alongside Hades, they're kind of like a team in the underworld. They have a similar amount of power over what happens down there. Persephone seems to be the driving force behind people who do a catabasis journey getting what they want from the underworld. Give her a nice myrtle twig, sacrifice an animal to her. She might just convince Hades that you could get what you want, which is usually the resurrection or the communication with a dead person. So that's pretty powerful. But did she love him? Now, the modern kind of fascination with the relationship between Hades and Persephone, it feels very Stockholm Syndrome. In fact, it feels very Beauty and the Beast. The beautiful maiden falls in love with her terrifying captor, and then they become a power couple. If you think about it, Beauty and the Beast is a pretty terrifying tale, but it has been romanticized and Disneyified. It's a fairy tale, and it's giving very Hades and Persephone. That's the theory of some, however. Let's look at some of the ancient sources. As I said, many of the ancient sources, they start off saying this is a terribly non-consensual relationship. Persephone is not happy to be there. But there are some sources that either point to her, being very protective of Hades' love or protective of her rank down there as the queen of the underworld. People seem to think that Hades never had a mistress, but he did. Her name was Minthe. And Minthe either said that she was more attractive than Persephone, or that Hades loved her more than he loved Persephone, or even that Hades was going to leave Persephone for her. And this made Persephone angry. And either Persephone or her mother Demeter actually beat the crap out of Minthe. And either Persephone or Demeter actually just rip her body apart and turn her into the mint plant. Or Hades has to turn her into the mint plant. Now, is this jealousy by Persephone because she loves her husband? Or is it about power and pride? We may never know. But for generations, people seem to be fascinated with this relationship. Hades and Persephone are kind of like yin and yang. She's a beautiful maiden, a pure spring goddess with a bit of a dark side and appreciation for her newfound power. And Hades, king of the underworld, but with a bit of a soft spot, and he's kind of whipped by his wife. Do I ship them? Absolutely not. But there's almost no relationships from Greek mythology that I'd want to emulate. It's all super messed up.